Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I'm sorry, I'm running a few minutes late. I thought I had set the live button to play with that little, starting soon thing, but it didn't work. So my apologies. I got ready to hit the live button and I realized that I forgot my tea. So I had to go get my tea, y'all. I'm sorry. I feel like I feel like I've been late every day this week. Have you guys been late for anything this week? I feel like I've been late for these lives every day this week. It's so weird, because it's not like I'm actually anywhere, right? Like I'm here. So how can I be late, right? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. All right, guys. So, welcome to the air signs Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. My apologies for running a little behind. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Thank you. Don't forget, guys, we are multi streaming YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch all at the same time. We are looking at the week of January 7th through January 13th. I will do a real quick astrology recap. Since we didn't have like our astrology day this week. Next week, we go all back to normal, y'all. So, Sunday night, astrology report, free readings, Monday, fire signs, Tuesday, water signs, Wednesday, earth signs, and Thursday, air signs, and we'll be back to normal, right? I hope everyone had good, happy holidays. I know I did. Definitely turned out better than I expected for sure. Don't forget, guys, timestamps will be in the description box along with personal reading links. If you're looking for those, you can find those in the description box of any of my videos. And I am going to start with a collective reading. I will timestamp Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, but I do want to go over the weekly recap really quickly because I am feeling this Capricorn new moon already, and today is the 4th. So this new moon won't be here until the 11th. But yeah, I can feel it. So let's talk about it. I'm going to talk about Capricorn moon, but I want to talk about January 9th first because January 9th is going to be like a boost or like a have mercy, like a preset maybe to the Capricorn new moon. I'm trying to find the right word. But it's going to get you ready. That's all I'm trying to say. It's going to get you ready for the Capricorn new moon. So January 9th, the sun is actually going to be in Capricorn, but it's going to be trine Uranus and Taurus. And that's really important because that gives us that creative and productive energy. And that's what we're going to need for the January 11th Capricorn new moon. So remember, January 9th, circle your calendars. And again, guys, remember, we all feel our energies at different times. So I'm feeling this new moon right now. You guys can feel it, it can be felt before, it can be felt, most of the time, most people, it's when they say, and then some people don't feel it till after. And the best one to use for an example is this is a full moon. So you know how you feel like that wacky energy in a full moon, when the full moon's happening. And then most people will say like, oh my gosh, this happened to me on the full moon. I'll be like, I already dealt with that, right? Or it's like they'll say, after the full moon has already happened, like it hits them after. The Cancer full moon hit me after, so that's pretty interesting. I mean, I guess not really because we all know that it was like resolving family issues, so we all kind of postponed that, right? So we have until this Capricorn new moon to deal with that issue. The Capricorn new moon is the first new moon of 2024. And this is going to be a really powerful self-starting energy. That's what I felt today. A perfect day to apply for jobs. My youngest son was out putting job applications in today. So perfect day for him to be out there doing that. But this particular new moon is really going to help you tackle your goals, dreams, and New Year's resolutions. How many of you guys made New Year's resolutions? And it's interesting too, because we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but a lot of times we struggle with New Year's resolutions, right? Patty Spencer on Facebook, hello. But you know how, we make our New Year's resolutions and then, mid-January comes and like we're not doing it, right? February comes and goes and we're worried about Valentine's Day, right? And then March is coming and it's like, oh, spring is coming and now we're starting to get ready for our New Year's resolutions. And we talked about it yesterday because that's the actual new year, right? So and that makes sense to me. It's like that's when everything starts to bloom. Winter is like when everything's dying. So it's like this is the end, right? And spring, when things start to bloom, is going to be, when things are born, when things are new. So that's the new year. But this particular new moon is and all the different aspects really that are happening in January is actually making this feel like more of a actual new year than we normally get. So you guys might actually be working on your New Year's resolutions and not already like sweeping them under the rug, right? January 12th, you are going to have Mars in Capricorn, trying Jupiter and Taurus. I want you guys to circle your calendars for this because this is definitely that energy of everything you touch is gold. Everything you touch is gold. Let's see. January 12th, you have Juno going retrograde. For those of you in relationships, not very many of us are in relationships anymore, right? Most of us over here are doing us. That's pretty interesting. Man, woman, it doesn't really matter. But it's like if you're having this particular spiritual awakening, if you're following me, for the most part, we're single, right? And definitely just spending time with us. But Juno is the asteroid that represents relationships like marriage. So with it going retrograde in Virgo, it's actually being described by other astrologers as the wrath of Juno. And it's a pick it apart type of energy. It's like where we're starting to face the things that we've been sweeping under the rug for the longest time. And it's like the rug's been ripped up, like it's gone, right? You can't sweep it under there no more. And now you're going to have to face something in marriage or commitment relationships that was being ignored. Again, this is going to be connected to that Cancer full moon that we had. On January 13th, you have Mercury entering Capricorn. And I feel like this is when we're really going to start to get serious about our goals. And this is when we're actually going to start to take physical action towards our goals. All right. So I'm looking at next week. Next week, just a heads up, y'all, Venus in Sagittarius, square Neptune and Pisces. It says, everyone says it's going to be a sensitive day, but I feel like that's going to be a big day for us to have, especially those of us on this specific journey, us to have a specific downloads, Venus. All right, guys, that's the astrology. Let me get, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Bear with me. Let me get the little video down. Camera's good. Look at us go. I do have one announcement. I so almost forgot it too. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., I am going to do a members only live on that Capricorn new moon. And I did go ahead and post that. So if you guys are not members yet, you can go over and hit that thumbnail. It'll tell you that it's for members only. Please remember that you do have to have the second tier. The second tier, we are 3 tiers over on YouTube. You do have to have the second tier to watch those members only videos. I noticed that the giveaway that we're doing from YouTube, it's only giving everyone tier 1. I know, right? YouTube. So I just wanted to give you guys a sneak peek for those of you that are members. And remember, you don't have to be there for the live. You can find those videos under the members tab. Hi, Miss Tina. I thought you were sleeping. I was so quiet when I went to go make my tea. I was going to tell you that I was running late. Sorry, I had to get a drink of my tea. All right, collective. Okay, so I pulled out Queen of the Moon. I know that most of you are probably not feeling this new moon just yet, but I definitely felt it very strongly today. It is this self-starting energy. It's very much like, it feels to me like I'm at some sort of finish line, or I can see the finish line, I guess is what I should say. And it's almost like this is the last stretch, right? That's what it feels like to me. So it's like this Capricorn new moon is giving me that extra push to get through that last stretch. All right, let's do collective and let's do 955. So I'm going to look at masculine, feminine, and bridging energy first. Does the table look too dark, y'all? The lights, I don't know. There's something about the light bulbs, like the light bulb lights that are, I don't know, just not been liking them lately. I'd much rather have like candlelight or sunlight. Has anybody else been feeling that? I have the willpower card coming out. I did see the beauty card. It's definitely about using willpower, but it's like, it's interesting because I've seen the beauty card, so it's like seeing the beauty in the situation. But it's like this masculine energy is using their willpower to not see the beauty of a situation. I don't know, it doesn't make sense. But it's definitely like against, like it's like a push against something. Like I'm going to use my willpower to go against something, not to go for something or with something. Maybe using their willpower to hold something back. Just notice the mass. For feminine energy, we have purity. It's giving me a really strong divine feminine. And that's going to be us being asked to hold this space, right? Hold this space. I keep having this conversation with Spirit every morning, like, why? Why am I holding this space? Why can't I shuffle my cards? Why can't I be loud? Why can't I, you know, be me? But it's like, it's weird. It's like we're being asked to keep the peace. We're being asked to be nurturing and compassionate. We're being asked to show empathy in places that we probably, and compassion in places that we probably didn't think we would before. But it's definitely giving me this like clean slate. I was talking to someone about the 0 point. How many of you guys have heard about the 0 point? We haven't talked about it too much here at PLR. I hit the 0 point this year in my journey, and I didn't know too much about it when it happened. For those of you that do know, I mean, I guess for those of you that don't know, the 0 point is where your karma is balanced. So, for example, I think I used the messengers as an example. Like me and someone else was sending messages back and forth. Another, it wasn't a tarot reader, but it was just a couple of different people I was messaging back and forth, and we were getting like, you know how you send the audio messages and it tells you how long their message is, and it would say like it's 3 minutes and 21 seconds or something like that, right? I was sending these messages and I was receiving messages, and they were all saying 0. They just kept saying 0, 0, 0. And I was like, what is this? But then I was just seeing the 0, like everything, or everything being reset to 0, which was weird. I had an issue in my car with like the trip meter thing that tells you like how far you go, right? But it's just like all these different things showing me these zeros, and I just couldn't understand like why I was kept seeing them. And then a few people told me, they were like, that's your 0 point. And it's interesting because they told me that when you reach that 0 point, that's normally when you're going to have like Kundalini activation. And that's really when you just start soaring in this journey, right? Like your wings grow, right? And I thought that was pretty interesting because at the time I was still dealing with a karmic situation I just refused to let go of. And so I was like, I just can't see me soaring anywhere anytime soon. And the funny part was that like spirit just again, steps in and cleans the slate for you. It's like those are the tower moments that I'm always talking about. It's like if you don't do it yourself, then spirit steps in and does it for you. But I do feel like spirit did step in and do that so that I could get to this purity state, so that I could get to this, um, like this clean blanket. I don't know. And it's like, it's not just like people and places. It was also things. Remember, I don't even have honey in my tea anymore. It's so weird, right? But it was like, and it wasn't like I couldn't get honey. It wasn't like I couldn't get to a store. It wasn't like I didn't have the money to get the honey. It wasn't like they weren't selling honey. It was just that I would tell myself when I go to town, I need to remember to get the honey for whatever. I would even make lists, put reminders in my phone, and something would always happen where I couldn't get the honey. And it was like, what in the world, right? It was just like so odd. And then I finally just realized it's this clean slate. It's this spirit showing us like what it is that we actually need, what we don't need. And also too, it's like I felt like it was giving me a chance to decide what I wanted to take with me, right? Like wherever I'm going, wherever I'm soaring. And have you guys seen our YouTube totally taken off? Like super awesome, right? But it's like wherever I'm going, I needed to know who, what was coming with me, right? How many of you dealt with returning exes during the Mercury retrograde? I don't know about you guys, but I tried to stay as positive as possible in that last Mercury retrograde. I kept telling us, it was about speaking things into existence, and it definitely was. That was the lesson this Mercury retrograde gave us. But just like every other Mercury retrograde, we dealt with all the communication issues, we dealt with all the technology issues, we dealt with the exes returning, right? I also felt like that was some sort of like karmic cycle closing out. I heard somebody else tell me that whenever you notice like people from your past returning at the same time, um, it's it's normally for closure, right? It's normally for closure. And when you're closing out a bunch of karmic things at one time, that means you're fixing to start a new cycle. Bridging energy, we have the masculine coming out in reverse. We have the power card. And it's totally just me holding them. Be interesting. Okay, so there's clearly an imbalance, and it could have something to do with what we're bringing in or what we're not bringing in. Remember, we often masculine and feminine energies, and the masculine card is actually the lunar god card, and it talks about how you need to learn to balance your masculine and your feminine. So it's like we're having to learn to do this, both of us, right? So that we can have this power. And when I see the full moon power, it's not just about manifestation. It's not just about, it's like a way of living, right? It's like having all the things you need all the time. It's not like having to like, I don't know, say affirmations and write things down. It's like something that you just hold within you at all times. Which I may offer some free readings at the end of the live stream. Tonight is air signs, so we're starting with the collective, and then Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I have the Emperor, control, power again. Knight of Cups, that's what they're trying to control. Seven of Swords, that's what they're trying to control. Ten of Wands is on the bottom. Knight of Cups is that card that talks about, okay, so knights are messengers, right? And they have to deliver messages to unknown lands, which means they have to travel to places they've never been. And then the message is going to be whatever the element is. So the cup is love, emotion. I always notice that his love has dried up. It's sand. The Knight of Cups is sometimes called the player card, right? It talks about this guy that goes around, you know, giving his cup of love to everyone. And you'll hear a lot of tarot readers, you know, like really jump when they see that card, or like you'll see some people refer to it as like the player card, right? And so again, remember, we all have masculine and feminine energies. Some of us more so than others, right? My chart is right down the middle. I pulled my chart up again, Sandra. I pulled it up today. 48-52. That's what it was. 48-52. 48% masculine, 52 feminine. And I feel like that really is what helps me read for our divine masculine and our divine feminine. And I think also too, though, that's why I can have so much compassion and understanding for divine masculine, especially when we see this card. The Knight of Cups, the reason this man goes around giving his cup of love to everyone is because he's never learned how to fill his own cup. And so he keeps taking his cup around, trying to get someone to fill up his cup, right? So the Seven of Swords is here, and the Seven of Swords is like distrust energy. It's definitely like liar energy, right? Disbelief. Oh my gosh, Spencer's dreaming, y'all. I might have to go wake him up. But it's like this energy where he's trying to control this. This masculine is trying with all his might to control this energy. And the reason this is happening is because divine masculine is awakened, right? Because divine masculine realizes that the life they had previously was not serving the greater good, right? Ten of Wands on the bottom. Ten of Wands, remember, is like heavy burdens on your shoulders. It does talk about how you're supposed to lay the burdens down, right? You're supposed to have faith and spirit, right? And lay your burdens down. When I see this card, I always feel like they can't get to the mansion. They're tied to everyone else's problems, everyone else's things. So it's like this masculine maybe didn't put a lot of attention on themselves before, didn't put a lot of focus on themselves before. Like maybe they didn't take care of themselves. Maybe they didn't, you know, self-love, self-care wasn't a thing. I feel like for divine masculine for the longest time, and maybe even up to like right now, it's always been about providing. So if there's family, if there's children, it's always been that energy. It's never been I can't fill my own cup. That's why I got to go around and get everyone else to fill it, because I'm too busy pouring, you know, out into everyone else. We talked about that a lot, because right before this divine masculine awakening, it felt like they were just pouring their depletion on everyone. We talked about what that looked like, right? Like, what does depletion look like? And I said, you know, it's like short fused, it's angry, it's temperamental, it's, you know, tired, exhausted, it's all those things, right? And it's like that's what they were pouring on the people that, you know, they said they loved. So it's like when masculine awakened, they were like, wait a minute, I can't keep pouring my depletion. I gotta learn how to fill my own cup. And I feel like it's very possible that it's like right now, this masculine is using their willpower to stop doing those things and to start learning how to fill their own cup. All right, let's look at that snow moon purity card for divine feminine. Definitely being asked to stay in our divine feminine energy. We have the Queen of Pentacles. That could be why we're being asked to stay in our divine feminine energy. Divine Feminine just went through a pretty big part of their awakening also, because we just learned how to become our own resource, right? We just learned not only just how to become our own resource, but to why it was important, why it's needed, why I think for me personally, in my journey, it seems like I'm comfortable with the Queen of Pentacles now, because the Queen of Pentacles has taught me who was going to come with me and who wasn't going to come with me, right? And why they couldn't come with me. So that's pretty interesting. But Queen of Pentacles is definitely learning to become your own resource. Remember, when you're in feminine energy, you're in receiving mode. So it's like all that hard work the Divine Feminines have been putting into themselves, to their healing, to their journey, to their careers, to their abundance, all of that. Like, that's what's coming into fruition. And most likely that's why we had to hold this space. So the Six of Swords is here, and it says that you're being guided, Divine Feminine. You're being guided and you're listening to the guidance. And you have the Four of Pentacles here. Four of Pentacles could say that you're being guided to let things go, right? To remove all the things that can't go with you. Remember, the Four of Pentacles is that card that says you're holding on to something too tightly. Hey, Twitch, I see you. All right, let's look at that masculine and the power card. I do feel like both masculine and feminine are being asked currently. This is the current spiritual lesson, to balance those masculine and feminine energies. Divine Feminine, you're probably being asked, well, I feel like Divine Masculine too, but it's like you're being asked to hold that feminine energy. I feel like it's about receiving something. Masculine could be asked to hold that masculine energy, because it's about providing for something or someone. It's going to be for themselves, which is what's interesting. But the balancing that out is definitely affecting our power in some way. So we have the Judgment card. Maybe it's affecting how we're able to follow our purpose. We have the Queen of Swords. Maybe it's affecting how the Queen of Swords is about the Queen of Swords is the one that's like, it's our words. It's our words, how we communicate. The Queen of Swords is also the one that has like the really strong, high boundaries. She enforces her boundaries. Queen of Swords is also the one that says people, like, she may have not, like, there's not enough compassion. It's very limited compassion. And then we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is union. So there's something about balancing our masculine and feminine energies. It's most likely going to be holding masculine and feminine energies, so that we can have this union, right? So that we can come into union. Queen of Swords is a victory. Queen of Swords is also a victory. On the bottom is Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles says that you could be feeling frustrated. I was going to use the Sacred Traveler, but I think I'm going to use, let's use the Romance Angels. So now we're going to look at head, heart, and higher self. So we're looking at Divine Masculine's thoughts, feelings, and current higher self lesson. We have give your relationship a chance coming out. Work on your partnership. That's what's in the headspace. I was going to say that I couldn't tell whether it was a karmic relationship or not. And I'm not saying like karmics don't have wings, but I'm seeing the angel wings. So the angel wings are sticking out to me. All right, you deserve love. You are lovable is going to be in the heart space for divine masculine. We talked about this. I want to say it was yesterday, or maybe it was the water signs, but there's definitely this energy from divine masculine, like they feel like they're not worthy of, or they don't deserve something. It's like where they're going through dark night of the soul, but instead of like forgiving themselves, giving themselves a clean slate like divine feminine did, it's like they're holding themselves down to something or holding themselves to something. All right, higher self lesson. You have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Remember, guys, 3 different types of relationships. Oh, I want to say, I noticed that some of you watched some of my older videos on what is a twin flame. So let's talk about it really quickly because we got the soulmate card. So there's 3 different types of relationships you can have, right? That's not true because not everybody's a twin flame. There's 3 different types of relationships. All right, you can have a twin flame if you're on this journey. Again, not everyone is a twin flame. A twin flame is someone who awakens you and causes you to have your spiritual awakening. That's it. That's what it is. And it just means you only get it one. There's only one. I don't believe in like fake twin flames or false twins or none of that. You weren't spiritual before and now you are. That's it. So you got one twin. Again, not everyone has that. Something else could have awakened you. Trauma can awaken people, right? Some people call that a twin flame too, but you know, that's another show. But car accidents, you know, things like that, something like that could cause you to have an awakening. Some people just like deprive themselves of a bunch of things to get down to like where they're just, you know, just them and God, and that could cause an awakening. Drugs can cause an awakening. You know what I'm saying? Like there's all kinds of things that could cause an awakening. A twin flame is your soul. I think that's what's the weirdest part for everybody is to understand a simultaneous incarnation of your soul just waking you up, right? Just saying, hey, you're going down the wrong path. This isn't what you're supposed to do in this lifetime. Let's go back here, regroup, and start over, right? That's a twin. You have soulmates. You can have multiple soulmates. Soulmates don't have to be love relationships. Soulmates can be friends, right? The friends that we call family, the people that just get you. I like to say soulmates are 2 givers. I water you, you water me, and we grow together, right? That's soulmate energy. And then we have karmic energy. And I do pick up some karmic energy from the masculine side. And karmic energy is a relationship that teaches you a very challenging and sometimes painful life lesson. It can take the thing about a karmic relationship or a karmic lesson, that's where you get that same monster, different face, right? It's because you haven't learned the karmic lesson. So you just date another person that does the same thing. And it just happens over and over and over and over. And that's the karmic lesson that you're learning. What I can say about that is once you learn that karmic lesson, you won't do it again. You won't do it again. And not only will you not do it again, if you try to do it again, like I did, spirit steps in, and then you have tower moments, right? Karmic relationships, one more thing I want to say about it. Love between a soulmate is very easy. It's not something you have to work towards. It's not something you have to fight for. It's just very, very easy to do. It just comes easily. Love with a twin flame will teach you what unconditional love is, right? Like that's the purpose of that. And love with a karmic is challenging. It's painful, right? So those are the three different types of relationships. But I love whoever was watching my old videos. All right, let's do feminine, head, heart, and higher self space. We have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your life. A little back and forth there, right? And new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. That's interesting. On the bottom, playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. Okay, so divine feminine definitely throwing me off a little. All right, so express your love in the headspace. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And this is what you're thinking about doing. So, like, you could be thinking about reaching out to someone. You could be thinking about talking to someone. I feel like you have someone in mind. And I mean, it says new love, so it's very possible that it's a new person. Worth waiting for in the heart space. This could definitely, it is. It's going to be messages back and forth. Remember, with twins, with everyone, there's telepathy, guys, with everyone. With twins, it's a little bit different. It's stronger. It's more, again, that's a whole other show, but it happens in the heart space, right? So it's going to be the heart chakra sending energetic flow back and forth, back and forth. So divine feminine is telling divine masculine, you deserve love, you are lovable. And then divine masculine is saying worth waiting for, which is interesting because new love is here for divine feminine. All right, no messages today. Let's do some guidance. Let's close it out with the sacred traveler. And then we'll jump to those air signs. So we've seen Aries with the Emperor, Scorpio. Was that it? Ooh, I love that. It was it. Aries and Scorpio. I'm the Aries. Chain on Twitch. Hello. All right, guidance for the collective energies. We have first light, beginning a new cycle. We have that answering the call card. We've seen that yesterday. A lot of times when we get the answering the call, I hear a telephone. Remember the old telephones? Not like your smartphone that sings a song to you, but like the old telephones that had the, ring. Protected by angels is here. You are cherished by angels. Journey by moonlight. Believe in magic. I do get this magical energy. I tried to use the magical times tarot for guidance, and I wasn't able to pull it out, but it's pretty interesting because I do got this feeling like we're all moving into something that's more magical, especially as Pluto makes this big transition on January 20th. All right, guys, that's going to be your collective. I hope that reading was helpful. I'm going to clean up really quickly. We're going to start with Gemini. I'm going to turn my music up just a little bit. Let me know if you guys hear it. The magical card, I pulled out the unicorn tarot that Sandra gave me to use for tonight's, I had the loop on, sorry, to use for tonight's readings. I have not done Aquarius yet. Aquarius will be last. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. That was just our collective reading. Patty Spencer, my guy is a water guy. Is it Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces? I'm going to go with it's probably Scorpio, right? It's a Cancer. Drop my lid. Well, Patty, we did the water signs on Tuesday. So if you missed those, you might want to check them out. All right, we're going to do Gemini first. Let's do 4044 because I like all the fours. Gemini, this is going to be for January 7th through January 13th. And we did talk about that Capricorn new moon coming in on the 11th. It's the gold. Hold on. This happened to somebody else. I can't remember which sign it was. But it's the January 12th. Mars in Capricorn, trine Jupiter in Taurus. Everything turns to gold, Gemini. All right, let's see what it's about. Energy of the week. I'm going to start with Queen of the Moon. I have the Balance card coming out. I see resistance on the bottom. Let something go. It's almost like you have to let something go to allow something to come in. Ooh, ouch. I know what that is. The Balance card coming back out. So for the collective, we've seen the Lunar God Masculine card out of this particular oracle set. And it talks about balancing your masculine and feminine energies. So Gemini, it's very possible that's what you're working with this week, January 7th through the 13th. So we have Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and to you. You have Valiant Courage. Take action with passion. And you have Narrow Pathway. Tread thoughtfully. More wishy-washy, right? Spirit's testing me today. All right, it's time for healing and connecting. Mending and releasing is on the bottom. This is going to be the overall energy. There's something about the bridge that's sticking out to me. I've been seeing bridges all day. Let's start with the Balance card. This could have something to do with the moon phases, how you're feeling. Could have something to do with emotions. All right, so we have Queen of Pentacles, but it comes out in reverse. You have the Two of Swords, feeling stuck, and Ten of Cups, emotional contentment. It could have something to do with your home situation. Okay, so I'm telling somebody to hold feminine energy, and she's like, I can't, I gotta go to work. That's what it says. Okay, so I'm most likely talking to a divine feminine, and you're being asked to balance that masculine and feminine energy because you're about to receive something. You're about to receive something. That's why we have this wishy-washy energy. It's not wishy-washy. It's stay in this passion and excitement, but don't be reckless. Don't be reckless at this time. All right, love flows through you and to you. Challenge your obstacle. Ace of Wands, fate, destiny, strength, Leo energy, and the Three of Wands. It's going to have something to do with your future, waiting for something to come in, waiting for someone to come in. It's divine feminine, so it's waiting for someone to come in. You're waiting for divine masculine to come in. Valiant courage, take action with passion. Six of Swords is here, being guided. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands could have something to do with some stubborn energy. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles comes out. It does. It does have something to do with stubborn energy. Okay, so the card said Valiant Courage. Remember, this is what's going to help you with this situation. I feel like you're waiting for your counterpart energy. I feel like you're being guided to do something that is more about your independence. And it's maybe why this Nine of Wands is coming here. It's like you're stubborn. You want to keep going back to the masculine. I'm getting in trouble right now. It's where we lose our focus and we take our purpose, or I'm sorry, we take our focus and we put it on the person instead of where it's supposed to be, which is on the purpose, right? All right, tread thoughtfully. So it's almost like, I don't feel like this is like Spirit saying like something won't happen. You see this little tree growing out of the side of this mountain. It's like, it's going to happen regardless. But is it possible that you may make it a little harder? The Fool card comes out. The World card comes out. And the Chariot card comes out. There's that Cancer energy. Judgment on the bottom. There's that Scorpio energy. Judgment, hearing your calling, following your purpose. And I feel like that's what all of this is about, because we had started that Ace of Wands, which is fate, destiny. But again, it's like what you're waiting for with that Three of Wands, like you're waiting for your ships to come in. You think you have to wait for divine masculine in order, or I shouldn't say that. You think you have to wait for something in order to be able to move forward into your future. And that's actually not true. Valiant courage is lesson learned. This is what's going to help you with the challenge or obstacle. You already know because you're being guided. But Nine of Wands says that you're dealing with some stubborn energy. Nine of Pentacles, where you don't want to be on your own, right? The Fool card is needing to take a leap of faith. The World is about new opportunities being brought towards you. And the Chariot is a victory. The Chariot is a victory. It's also the ride or die partner. All right, so I pulled out Magic of the Unicorns for our guidance to go with our Unicorn Tarot. So we're going to ask Spirit for guidance for Gemini with this situation. Soul satisfaction. Honor your uniqueness. That's a confirmation if I ever seen it before. It's like Gemini doesn't want to do something on their own, but Spirit is asking you to do something on your own. I feel like Spirit's asking you to do something on your own so that you can receive or like bring in this new opportunity. You also have Magical Crystal Cave. Switch on your inner light. Bring forward your gifts. And Cosmic Sapphire. It's number 33, my favorite. It says, act with honor and integrity and speak your truth, Gemini. All right, let's do Moonology Oracle. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I do feel like you're in your thoughts. Gemini, I feel like you're kind of beating yourself up a little bit over here. And that could be what needs to be. It doesn't need to be balanced out. You just don't need to beat yourself up. But there's something about like being too harsh on yourself. Luck is on your side. You have new moon in Sagittarius. Conclusions are within reach. You have full moon eclipse. And there it's going to be step out of your comfort zone. It's the North Node. All right, Gemini, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, tap that like button for me. Like, share, all the good stuff. I'm going to clean up really quickly, and we're going to move on to Libra. I like to use the Gemini reading and correlate it with my own twin journey. I know. I have my website and Etsy shop. I'm not sure on Twitch. Those are private readings. You're probably looking for a free reading. I do offer free readings at the end of the lives. So if you hang out with us at the end, I'll say something about it. You can put yes or no in the comments, but it doesn't have to be a yes or no. All right, Libra 5058. Libra, this is going to be for the week of January 7th through January 13th. It is going to be the Capricorn new moon, and it is going to deal with that Cancer full moon that came previously, and it is going to be about an unresolved issue. It's weird how I'm getting like the whole download right at the beginning, right? That's different. I usually get like a little piece, but not like the whole thing. All right, Queen of the Moon. Energy of the week. You have self-reflection coming out, and then you have the blue moon, my favorite, expect the unexpected. Self-reflection is definitely just that. You're having to look at yourself and see, maybe you're looking at yourself and going like, how did I get here? How did this happen? But I think it's more about like what part you played in something. Also too, I see like the hand, it's like, what part did you play in trying to heal something, or trying to mend something, or trying to like bring something back together? All right, let's do challenge or obstacle. We have taking shelter. The answers are within. Passion and pleasure come out for lesson learned. And mystic healer, healing energy flows through you, is on the bottom. I feel like Libra is going to get a little bit of trouble here. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. I'm just going to spit it out real fast. It's this energy where it feels like you felt hurt, or you felt, I don't know, you felt a certain type of way, Libra, and you withdrew. You withdrew. It's that energy too of like you had information that maybe could have helped someone, or maybe you were supposed to tell someone, or I don't know. But it's like you withheld it because you didn't want to be hurt no more, right? So you were like, no, I'm just gonna, they'll have to figure it out, right? But I feel like Spirit saying something about like Mystic Healer is almost like that beacon card where it says like you're a beacon for others. You're a healer. So it's like you can't hide your abilities. You need to work on healing yourself, but you also need to heal those that are around you, those that maybe you're trying to not communicate with, or maybe not be around, something like that. Because Savor Your Life is the passion and pleasure card. This is lesson learned. And Savor Your Life, see how it shows like the family and the children and everybody's gathered by the fire. So it's like there's this energy where something hurt you and you withdrew. And Spirit saying like, you actually have to come out here because, healing energy flows through you. All right, let's look at self-reflection. It is giving me this energy like you're having to look at how you did something, or maybe how you didn't do something. Page of Pentacles is here. Page of Pentacles, remember, pages are students, so they're never like at their fullest potential. But it's like wanting to start a new journey or take a new path. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is that card that says you're almost to something. And I'm going to say a bad word, so plug your ears. But it's my shit show card, Seven of Pentacles. Because it's like you're looking at all the pentacles, all the work that you've done. And you're like, what is this crap? Like, what am I supposed to do with all this? Remember, it's you're almost there. Because the Eight of Pentacles actually shows all the pentacles lined up. And it's like going towards the top of the card. And then course, the goal is 10 pentacles, right? So it's like you're looking at something and it looks messy to you, and you don't understand why or like what you're supposed to do with it. Maybe you think it's going to be too much work. That's it. That's what I'm getting. Like it's going to be too much work. Look at that. As soon as I said it, I turned it over. The 8 of Pentacles is the you're almost there, but it's also the work card. Like this is going to take work. And the Page of Pentacles says you're just at the very beginning. Take shelter. The answers are within. The Hierophant, this could have something to do with a marriage. The Lovers could have something to do with the twin journey. And the 5 of Pentacles, feeling abandoned or rejected. 4 of Wands is on the bottom. 4 of Wands is union, firm foundation, financial security. It's going to have something to do with finances. But the Hierophant is a card that's also like conforming to something. So it's like somebody tried to get you to come do something, and I don't know, you didn't do it for whatever reason. The Lovers is here, and the Lovers talks about that very challenging decision that we have to make every day when we choose to love ourselves, when we choose to heal ourselves so that we can become better partners. And the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles is the card that says it's okay to ask for help, but I'm definitely getting like some left out in the cold energy with the 5 of Pentacles. And I mean, look at the taking shelter card, all the snow, cold. Maybe that's why you took shelter, because you felt like you were abandoned or rejected. All right, let's look at passion and pleasure. So this is the card that's going to help you with this card. So savor your life is what it says on the card. And you have King of Wands. You're dealing with someone, well, it's saying be confident in yourself, but you could be dealing with someone, maybe it's an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but it doesn't really matter the signs. It's like you're dealing with someone who is either really confident in themselves, but maybe they're like sometimes I get overly confident with the King of Wands. 2 of Cups is here. It's got something to do with a partnership. It's just a soulmate card there. So you have twin flame and soulmate coming out. And then 10 of Pentacles. I don't think this, I know we're seeing a lot of Pentacles, and maybe Libra in the background, this has something to do with finances, but in the forefront, it's love. All right, let's look at that healing energy flows through you. This is going to be the outcome, Libra. You have the Hermit, Dark Night of the Soul, spiritual awakening. It is kind of like withdrawing energy. You have 9 of Pentacles, and you have the 4 of Cups. Okay, so it means you've already withdrawn and you've already gained the things you needed. All right, so the Hermit is a confirmation that you have withdrawn your energy. You've probably been spending some time on your own. You haven't been communicating with whoever this is. I do see Virgo here, but it's this energy of, and of course Gemini with the Lovers, but it's this energy that like you're trying to find answers to something. But with the 9 of Pentacles coming out, 4 of Cups here, 9 of Pentacles is like on your own, independent, again, finances, right? But the 4 of Cups came out, last card. So this tells me this is the energy you've been in, and now Spirit steps in, right? See how that little cup is coming out? It always looks like it's coming right out of the middle of the sky. So that's Spirit giving you the last ingredient. The 3 cups that you're looking at there, the reason they're always looking at those 3 cups with this smirk on their face, like, what am I supposed to do with these cups? Because these are the things that you've tried to manifest, or you're trying to manifest something, and it's like you don't have all the pieces. You don't have all the puzzle pieces, and it's like Spirit gives you the last one. It's going to have something to do with how you heal yourself, or how you healed yourself while you were withdrawn, because that's going to be energy that you're going to have to give to others around you. All right, let's do the guidance. So, magic of the unicorn. Cocoon of white light. Big confirmation. Who's been in their cocoon? Rest in perfect love. It says understand oneness. Ooh, there's going to be something about that. You're upset at someone, Libra, and it's definitely, I think I said this in last week's Libra. I know I did. Last week's Libra reading. I did the I am you, you are me, and we are one. And that is what you're learning this week. Create your vision. Do what makes your heart sing. You are being nudged forward. Soul healing is here. Align with the essence. See your true colors. I feel like you healed yourself, Libra, in this time that you've been spending on your own. And now you're going to be called to help heal those around you. The I am presence, the I am card on the bottom, number 44. All right. That's the I am you, and you are me, and we are one. That has definitely been the lesson that Spirit has been showing me for the last several months. All right, Moonology Oracle to close it out for Libra. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions, and I feel like you're dealing with both. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn, and that is the new moon that we have. So there is something happening with this new moon coming in. And I do feel like it has something to do with an unresolved family issue. And I do think it has something to do that's connected with that Cancer full moon. So whatever happened at that Cancer full moon that you didn't deal with, Libra, is like you have until this Capricorn new moon to face the issue. Be bold and make the first move. And last one, balance spirituality and practicality. And that's going to be full moon in Pisces. On the bottom, work through your fears. It's new moon in Scorpio. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Libra. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly, and we're going to move on to Aquarius. That sounds pretty cool. Did you take a picture or video? That's interesting. I was watching, you know me, TikTok. I was getting in trouble about it too, let me tell you. But I was watching this TikTok video, I don't know, it was a few weeks back, and this lady had all these chickens, and she went out into her yard, and all the chickens froze, like they stopped moving around, and she had her phone, so she starts recording it, and she's like, what's going on? What's wrong with these chickens? She thought it was like a glitch in the matrix or something. And then somebody puts in, and then of course, you know, the chickens just start moving all of a sudden. And somebody put in the comments, they said they had chickens, and that happens whenever there's a hawk around. Like they will just freeze whenever they feel like they're in some sort of danger. And I was like, oh my goodness. And if that had happened to me, I would have definitely thought it was a glitch too. All right, Aquarius, 105 even, because I seen it. Aquarius, this is going to be for the week of January 7th through January 13th. So the 1 and 5 is going to be significant. 1's, of course, something new. And 5's change. Aquarius, you may have received something new recently or started something new, and I want to say maybe it's not what you expected, but I think it actually is something that you expected. But what's interesting is it's like maybe it's better than what you expected. But what's interesting is it's like it's going to change. You started something new. Maybe it's been challenging. And it's going to change for the better. That could be the message. All right. Energy of the week. Queen of the Moon. We have the Pleasure card. Thank you, Spirit. Big confirmations. Look at the Sovereignty card coming out. Realization. Realizing that you're sovereign. All right. I was getting nervous there for a second. Okay, so the Pleasure card says that, oh, here it is, ready? Okay, Aquarius, something new has come in. I don't know what it is. It could be, I don't know. But I think you like it, and you think it's really good. But there's actually better. And I think something's going to change this week. And most likely it'll happen around the 11th, 111. And it's like, when it happens, you may not realize right away. When did I say that date was? The 13th, when Mercury enters Capricorn. Like, you may not realize right away that it's beneficial to you. The Pleasure card talks about how, one, it's okay to have pleasure, to feel happy, to have good things, to go after what makes you happy. But it says that you're holding on to a bunch of things that don't. So it's like you have to remove those so that you can make room for more, right? So I feel like you just got something that you like, but you're like probably seeing signs that you're going to have to release something, and you may not understand why, but it's going to be because there's something better. Desert Passage. Trust that there is a divine plan is your challenge or obstacle. Breaking trail, a breakthrough is at hand. The Solitude card. In silence, peace prevails. I mean, it could have something to do with a relationship. Cleansing waters, purification activates vibrant life force. I feel like it does have something to do with a relationship. I'm just going to say it because I feel like Spirit's been testing me. Like, I got to stop doubting myself. So here it goes. I'm just going to spit it out. Ready, Aquarius? Hope you're ready. I feel like you either started talking to someone, or you just realized you like someone, or you want to go after someone. It's definitely like a love type of feeling, excitement, and it feels new. And it could be like maybe the person's not new, but the communication is new, something like that. And it's like maybe you're wanting to go more towards that direction, and Spirit saying, wait a minute, there's something else that you're supposed to do. And solitude could be what there's something else you're supposed to do. Like maybe you're just supposed to be spending time on your own right now, Aquarius. But I think it's more about the silence. It's more about like not saying something right now. Trust that there's a divine plan. All right, let's look at the Pleasure card. Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and Wheel of Fortune. And he waited such a long time for it too. Wow. And I don't know. I don't even know why Spirit would tell me to tell you. I understand. I totally get it, but I'm just telling you what I hear, what I see. Ace of Pentacles, someone could have recently made a new offer, made a new gesture. Ace of Pentacles, remember, Pentacles don't have to be money. Notice that archway in the back of the Ace of Pentacles. You guys ever notice that? Again, new offer. There could have been a new proposal for some of you. 10 of Cups, happy home, happy family, emotional contentment, and Wheel of Fortune, things bending in your favor. There's the Two of Swords on the bottom. Two of Swords is like feeling stuck. Feeling like you can't make a choice. Five of Wands, challenges, battles. 10 of Swords, completion to a painful life cycle. The Death card, Scorpio, could be some Pluto energy, could have something to do with that January 20th transit. Either way, it's about something coming to an end. I think this is an old person. I think this is an old relationship. I think you try to get back into some old situation. I mean, for some of you, maybe it's a job, and it's like you try to stay at an old job when you knew that you needed to go through some sort of transition. You needed to go into something else. You need to complete the painful life cycle. But for some of you, I think this is a person, and it's like maybe there's new contact. Maybe you're talking about feelings, and you're now wondering, like, why in the heck, Rosa, are you telling me that I gotta stop that? It's because there was something better. There was something better. The breakthrough was already here. Okay, so this is lesson learned that helps you with this card. You already had the breakthrough, Aquarius. You already started to go and do the work. And then this person came back around, gave you this new offer. You got distracted. Shiny object syndrome, very possible. I have it too, I'm just saying. But it's like, and you went back. You went back. Maybe there was no communication for a long time because the outcome is in silence, peace prevails. So it's like you go back to, man, what is my house, Aquarius? What is happening here? But it's like you go back to no contact. You go back to where things are quieter. Like something's not ready. Knight of Wands, passion, pleasure again. Ace of Wands, fate, destiny. This is about reckless energy here. And the Hermit. Look within. Look within. In silence, peace prevails. Three of Pentacles is here. Teamwork, partnership, like minds. 10 of Pentacles, goals, achievements, and Page of Pentacles. You're not going to be able to get this new offer or this new journey, like a new route to where you want to go to get these goals and achievements accomplished if you continue to go back to the old situation. And I think I'm not telling you, Aquarius, anything you don't already know. It's like you're already seeing the red flags in that situation. On the bottom, Queen of Wands, be confident in yourself. All right, I'm going to do guidance. So we're asking Spirit for guidance for Aquarius with this situation. Full of Christ light, open your heart and spread unconditional love. It's going to be the unconditional love part here because most likely we're talking to someone on the twin journey. We have divine potential, fulfill your destiny, be all you can be. That's where Spirit wants you to put your focus and, in fact, bringing in new opportunities. New opportunities, are you ready? Here's the confirmation I was looking for. Declutter your life, glimpse a magical doorway. All right, Moonology Oracle to close it out for Aquarius. Remember, this is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I do feel like this is an emotional week for you. I don't think you're actually thinking about something as much as you could be or should be, because Spirit's giving you an opportunity to do something for you right now. And it's like, for some reason, even though you've already broke trail, even though you've already learned to fill your cup first, it's like you're wanting to revert back to something. And most likely because you waited for this person for such a long time that, yeah. The answers you need are coming. It's the full moon in Gemini, so there's those twins. Your commitment is being tested, the commitment that you made to yourself, Aquarius. And prosperity does lie ahead. Don't quit now. Don't quit now. All right, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, tap that like button for me. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm going to clean up really quickly. If anyone hung around for a free reading, now is the time to let me know in the comments, please. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. my time, Central Standard Time, we're going to do the Capricorn new moon for members only. There's that spread we're going to look at. And that's going to be tomorrow, 10 a.m. But if anyone has a question they want to ask or just want a general guidance, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Jane, I feel kind of identified. I love that. I feel kind of identified. Oh, I miss him, she said. But he says he doesn't want something with me anymore. General. Is this a regular person, Jane, or is this someone that you feel you have a very strong spiritual connection with? Or is this person just like all, all other people? Does he stick out to you more than others? There's something weird about this person that you haven't experienced with anyone else. Can I ask you, Jane, does it feel karmic in any way? Like, is this person that you're talking about abusive towards you in any way? Do they call you names in any way? Do they, I don't know, pick fights with you? Or do they just leave quietly? And is this only the first time that they've left? She's like, give me a general. I'm like, answer. I'm asking 25 questions. All right, let's see what we got. The thinking woman, the community card, and a woman holding a coin. And look at that, Jane, the contract card. I'm just going to venture out there and say you were drawn to me for a very specific reason. Most likely you have some sort of spiritual contract with this person. There definitely could have been like some third party involvement. The thinking woman comes in. It says that someone comes into your environment and teaches you something that you're trying to figure out. Very possible that could just be me, like right now. But I feel like it's something you've been studying on, trying to figure out. So have you been studying on why this connection feels so weird to you? Have you been studying on, like, has anyone else experienced this type of connection before, right? Community could also be like minds, right? Soul sister, soul family. And woman holding a coin is going to be about you learning about your own worth. And this contract with that person actually helps you learn your own worth. But there's something that's sticking out to me with the woman holding a coin card. It's number 42, but it's going to be the black cat. So you have your own spiritual abilities, Jane, and you're supposed to be focused and working on those abilities at this time. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. Could be third party. Is this person tied to someone like an ex, someone that maybe they have responsibilities with, something like that? Never was mean. Twins can't be mean. That's why I asked that question. We talked about that at the beginning. If you have met a counterpart that has spiritually awakened you, and you feel like you resonate more with masculine or more with feminine energy, and they resonate more with the masculine or the opposite, whichever it is, right? That's going to be the twin journey. It's impossible for them to be mean. They will ghost before they're mean, right? That's usually what happens. And again, I'm not saying that ghosting is good or that you should ghost people or none of that crap. I'm just saying that's what happens. And it's normally like for your own protection. And I know most people don't say that, and it sounds a certain type of way, but I am on this journey, and I know it's a fact. Oh, have a good weekend, Diana. Thank you, Sandra. Hattie Spencer said, I'm still here. I hope you got the Aquarius. Diana, I watched the chicken get hypnotized. Oh, mercy. Well, Jane, I feel like you have found your tribe, so make sure to hit that join button, follow button over there on Twitch. And I appreciate you hanging out and being so patient and waiting till the end. I don't know. I would just go start learning about spiritual connections and soul ties, for sure. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for coming in here and hanging out with me. I appreciate all of you so very, very much. Don't forget, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., we're going to be doing members only on YouTube. We're looking at that Capricorn new moon. Those first two right there, the cost of ambition and the cost of failure. I feel like those are going to be the big ones for that reading, right? But that's going to be tomorrow, 10 a.m., YouTube members only. Please remember, you do have to be tier 2 to watch the members only videos. All right, guys, I will see everyone tomorrow. Make sure if you're new, you have your notifications set to all. It is very possible that I will pop up for everyone else either Friday night or Saturday night. I haven't decided yet, but I will definitely pick one of those. All right, guys, I will see everyone very soon. Thank you so very much. And I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Thank you.